Hello everybody, hello and welcome. It's me, Elliot, and I am here today, 3 days before Prismata's launch on Steam. Actually, like 2.5 days. It's terrifyingly close, and I am terrified. A lot of people are asking me, like, how are you doing? How can I help? All those types of questions. So that's what I'm here to answer. This, I'm just sort of saying what's going on with the launch, what's happening, and how am I doing? I'm doing great. I've been, like, my day-to-day right now is mostly interacting with streamers, interacting with influencers, interacting with the community, trying to generate hype about the game. There are some last-minute little bugs and tweaks and campaign things that we're fixing, but most of the dev work is being done by David and Alexei at this point. I probably am spending 10% of my time like coding or doing anything related to that. So yeah, it's a lot of emailing people, scheduling things, talking to people. I did an interview today on a podcast. We're trying to get a tournament set up for this weekend with a bunch of streamers. We're doing a game site sponsorship campaign. We're doing Keymailer. We are doing Steam Curator Connect, which is a way to give out keys to Steam curators. We are doing, we have our PR team, Beef Jack, who's doing a bunch of press stuff, traditional games media, and so they're giving me interview questions and they're writing about the game. The music is too silly. Well, I shouldn't have my playlist on shuffle when I'm doing the show. I should have it on play the playlist. What else? We're getting all of the mod tools set up for Prismata so that when new players come in, we will have moderators there to moderate the chat and the Discord and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my life right now. Am I sleeping? Not enough. But yes, I'm sleeping, I'm eating, am I exercising? No, not at all. When this thing launches and stuff settles down, I'm gonna start hitting the gym, because the last month has been get out of bed, go to the computer, eat, usually eating well, but and just not moving around a lot. It's very stressful. I get 1,000 things that I have to do every day. I've got like a wall of sticky notes of stuff that I have to do and absolutely can't forget. And oh, there's this thing in the software that says like, still in alpha, or says that like this thing is coming soon when it's already out, or something like that. Like just all kinds of little stupid things that have to be fixed. And people are reporting those things, which is great. It's very helpful. We do that. We deal with all those problems as they come. Our website's still ugly. We got to put up a new video. The trailer is going to get a refresh before launch day. Just a bunch of little things like that all take time. And at the same time, I have to manage, like the company finances and writing the checks and stuff like that. It's just a lot of work. But that's where we're at. People are asking how they can help with the launch. There are a couple of things people have done that have been very helpful. One is provide introductions. So some people, they they're subbed to a streamer, or they know a YouTuber or somebody who they think would be interested in a game, even if they only have like 1,000 followers or something like that. And they'll provide an introduction. I'll send them a key. That I love doing that. Anytime I can give a key to somebody, even with a small following, if they're interested in the game and actually care about playing the game and showing it off to their followers, it can really help grow the community just by hitting a lot of small content creators. So people who've been able to make introductions, that's been a huge help. Even if you don't know the person, but you're just like, sub to them on Twitch or whatever, and you suggest, you should give a key to this person. I very much appreciate those recommendations. Those are very useful. We've also, a lot of people have just been like shouting about the game, posting it on social media, on forums, sharing stuff that we post on Twitter and Facebook, even though that stuff is like, it's not meant to go viral and grow the game. It's sort of just meant to be there so that when people check us out, that there is content there for them to see, that it's not just like a dead Twitter page. But sharing that content certainly helps. Posting content, tweeting about the game, the thing is, those activities are often pretty minor in their effects overall, unless you yourself have a very large reach. Like, you know, if you have thousands of followers on Twitter, let me tell you what you can do. On launch day, there will be a tweet. It will say Prismata's out now. It will have a link to the Steam store, and we'll have a trailer. I want people to retweet the shit out of that, as much as you can. Stuff like that, super helpful. Stuff like, let's see, just like a lot of people in the past have posted about Prismata on forums. Like during our Kickstarter, we had one guy, Celerity, who I'm so appreciative of Celerity. There are very few people who have done as much for Prismata as Celerity has. He posted a thread on Team Liquid saying, you guys should all check out this game, Prismata. And he gave away tons and tons of keys to people who are interested in playing. And we actually got a lot of players just from one person doing that on Team Liquid, which is a decent-sized web forum with a lot of competitive gamers who are interested in sort of technical, strategic games like Prismata. So if you just like enjoy hanging out on a certain forum, even if it's not a large one, posting about Prismata on launch day is something very helpful. It can cause people to take note of the game. And like, you know, I can go on forums and post garbage, or my PR team can, and we will. But it's different hearing it from the developer or the PR guy versus like somebody you interact with on a day-to-day basis in an online community, because there's an element of trust there, right? Like if they know you and they sort of know the way you speak and what you talk about, and they trust your opinion, and you say, no, this game actually is different, it actually is good, they'll believe you and they'll want to play it. And an issue we face in marketing Prismata is people think either it's just another card game, or it's some stupid mobile trash that's been ported to PC, or, you know, basically people, when they initially see the game, have their doubts about the quality of the product, because so many other products, even products that look nice and look shinier than Prismata, so many other products are just garbage. They're just trash. They're not fun to play for a long time. They're meant to empty your wallet. And you guys all know that Prismata is not like that. But people out there, it's more difficult for them to understand that. And people are skeptical of marketing materials, right? They can see our trailer and our Steam page and all that, but half the time they don't read it, and the other half of the time they don't believe it. So people saying, no, this game actually is good. It actually is a game that I've been spending months and months playing and really enjoy. Like, that means a lot to people. So amplifying that message, super helpful. Giving keys away. So people have been asking about key giveaways. We actually do want to do a lot of key giveaways with Steam keys, but we don't want to do it until after launch day. So once launch day hits, I will be very liberal with Steam keys. The reason we're waiting is just because the new user experience relies heavily on the campaign. The campaign is launching on Thursday, so that's when we want to start giving out lots of keys. So if you or you know, somebody you know wants to give out keys either on a stream or on a web forum or to an online community that you're a part of, hit me up on launch day or afterwards, and I can give you keys to give away. And you know, some people say, oh, you're selling your game, you shouldn't be giving away keys. I mean, the reality is there's going to be a $25 version on the Steam page that includes the base game and the single-player campaign, but we also have the ability to generate keys for the version that doesn't include the campaign and sort of tries to upsell the campaign as well as upsell the other sort of in-game purchases and items like that. So we're not too worried about being liberal with those keys. You know, now, we don't want to be giving away like hundreds of thousands of keys or have them all up on the gray market or something like that. But to people who are genuinely interested in the game and will enjoy it and will become part of this community, you know, I'm very happy to give them a key to try the game. The Steam key will be like the alpha keys now, pretty much. Yes, exactly. What else? We are working on a Prismata player's guide for new players. I've been sort of compiling different sources of information. It needs to be edited down to a nice, short, concise guide. And I don't see myself having the time to do that before launch day. So if there's anybody out there who wants to help edit a large document, and even write some parts, although I think most of the parts that we needed written have been written, that's something that we could do. A lot of people are asking about translation to other languages, localization. The reason we have not yet done localization is because much of the single-player campaign story has not been written yet, so it doesn't make any sense to translate it until it's written. That said, we've had a lot of offers for people who just want to translate the menus and the unit info panels and stuff like that to other languages. We don't have the ability to do that yet because a lot of the strings in the game are kind of encoded in the source code in a way that makes them difficult to replace. A project for us that will be of considerably high priority during early access is to pull that stuff out into some kind of external, I guess you'd call it like a string file that contains all of the words or language specific terms that are used in the game, any sentences spoken by characters in the menu, just everything. And then people can sort of swap out that text file with a version that contains translated variants of all of the strings. And that will allow people to crowdsource translations for the games in various languages. That is not a 100% gonna do it. That's a probably gonna do it, thinking of doing it, maybe gonna do it. But the demand has been pretty high, so it's pretty high on the list. So if you want to help out with translation, sit tight. There will probably be an opportunity within the next few months, depending on that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. If there's something that I haven't thought of, if there's a way of promoting Prismata that you think I should be doing that I'm not doing, tell me about it. There's a lot of people that have said, oh, you should post the Prismata music on this music website, or you know, you should send all the Prismata backgrounds to these YouTubers that make YouTube videos of them, or you should submit them to this Reddit subreddit that has cool sci-fi backgrounds. You know, like ideas like that. You know, maybe they sound like they're of no value, but they actually help a lot. And people doing that sort of stuff helps. You know, I'm really friggin' tired right now, so I'm gonna hit the hay. If you guys have any questions, I can answer a few of them in the chat, but I'm absolutely exhausted, and I'm getting ready for bed. If you want to contact me, the best way to contact me right now is Discord. I'm in the Prismata Discord basically all the time. If you PM me in that Discord, I generally will respond. I mean, you can email me in all the other ways, Reddit, etc. as well, but Discord is sort of where I am the most live and present. Should get an article about Prismata posted on major Magic the Gathering website. Like, my understanding is that our PR team has sort of sent Prismata out to all of the relevant games media. However, they may not know that Magic the Gathering websites are a relevant place to send it. So, you know, there's a chance that it was not sent in that direction. So if you know somebody or know any of those sites, and you want to send them a key, you know, send them the password for the single player campaign, all that stuff, I can get that set up. Just ping me and I'll do it. We have been speaking with some MTG streamers. They're very interested in streaming the game. We may have one in our tournament this Saturday. Channel Fireball, yeah, those websites, they're great websites. I would absolutely love to have something on that, those websites. I mean, there's so many communities that have expressed interest in Prismata just because it lies at this intersection of all these interesting strategy games. And it's been very useful for us to talk to all these different people. Who's in the tournament on Saturday? I don't really want to give any names until they're like 100% confirmed, but we have major streamers from Magic the Gathering, hopefully Gwent, a couple of Hearthstone guys, working on a StarCraft guy, and they're people that you would know if you're in any of those communities. We'll announce it sometime later this week. Is there a policy for the streamers that are playing in the tourney? Well, they're all people who haven't played before, and I'm going to give them keys this week, and they're allowed to practice as much as they want, and they're going to play in the tourney. It's a private invitational. There'll be like between 5 and 7 players. Last time we did it with 6. Last time we did it, it was Crip, Trump, Colento, Reynad, Tides of Time, and Show, who were all Hearthstone streamers, and they all just played each other. This time we are expanding a bit more broadly, but I think it will be Saturday. You're going to work with somebody. Like, here's the thing. The prize structure for the tournament is very flat. Like, the winner takes home a small amount more than the last place person. We're not trying to pressure people into having to spend a lot of time on Prismata in a short amount of time to get good and win the tournament. Now, that said, many of the players we're inviting are very competitive players. They're going to do that. And the players who do that the most are probably going to win. But, like, you know, we're trying to be respectful of these content creators' time, because they don't have all the time in the world to learn a new game just to play in a little tournament, right? Will the last time streamers come back? So I think many of them will be streaming the game. We haven't invited them to the same tournament because probably they're going to kick, you know, if Crip or Colento played again, they would kick everybody's ass, right? Because they've just played so much more of the game, and it's really hard to get good in, you know, 3, 4, 5 days to the level that somebody like Colento, who's reached Master Tier and played on the ladder for quite a while. Can you charge them $5 for coaching? I mean, you can try. I don't know. I'm not going to stop you, but, you know. Like, my goal is for these streamers to share Prismata with their communities and have a good time learning and enjoying the game. I don't want them to be all stressed and pressured to try and get good real fast. If that's the end of the questions, I'm going to head to bed. Thank you guys all for sticking around for my rant. You'll hear more from me in the coming days. It's going to be exciting, stressful, you name it, but you know, I'm here. I'm really excited. I actually have not been this excited in years and years and years. It's like, you know, I planted a seed 8 years ago and it's finally sprouting. Like, it's actually the feeling is real. I'm just too tired to be jubilant right now, but, you know, tomorrow I'm going to be flying off the walls and, you know, just typing emails, talking to people, Skype, Discord, Reddit, everything. It's nuts. I've never had anything like this in my life. It's crazier than Kickstarter, and I thought Kickstarter was crazy, but holy shit, this is crazy. Anyways, I will catch you guys next time. Y'all have a good night. See you later.